Hola, 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 Sharon. Hola, Sharon. Hola. Hola, hola, hola. Hey, Anas. How you doing? Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for popping in here. I'm waiting to see if more people shows up before I start opening my mouth about it. What I mean? Bada bing, bada boom. No sound. Well, I got everything working over here. I even got volume 2. Let me check settings. I was having that problem this morning. Yeah, back down to 7 again. How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Can you hear me now? Somehow the microphone inside StreamYard is moving around, not letting me participate like I want to. I hope it's not my laptop. Like, you know. So, boys, no. What you talking about? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I got everything clear over here. No, still no, no sound. Ay, cool. Ooh, eating lunch. Okay, here we go. Oi, how are things in India? How's it going over there? Has it been raining, hot, what? Over there it's nice, is in 67 and sunny. Very nice and sunny. Hope you're doing good over there. Sharon. Anas, it's just you and me right now. We don't hear any sound. Check your volume. Volume. Good. Good. You hear me now? Good. I was having problems yesterday with my microphone, and every time I try to get it open, it will shut the camera off. So I have to log out of the computer completely, come back in, and it was working. Then this morning, some people said to me that they hear me but very low. So I went into the settings here, check audio, and changed the microphone, and it was able to bring it up. So that's what I just did too. I checked that again; it was low again, and I went ahead and made it louder. So weird, 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 weird. So I'm glad you're doing good. I see that you're hand waving, so that's good. How your channel doing better? It keeps moving around. I'm doing good on mine over here. I'm doing good. Feeling a little sleepy, but I'm good. I really want to take a nap. And I was going, but did you? I had an oatmeal cookie and coffee. I gotta get some more coffee. More coffee soon, so that could keep me awake. Hey, Pebbles. Got one of my cats over here. She's gonna come over and get on my lap. Okay, a little closer now. Hey, Cruz Bet, Shady Hill, how you doing? Hola, hola, hola. How are you guys doing? Guess what today is? Guess what today is? Today is Humpa Lumpa. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Me, my buddy, TK501. How you doing, TK501? Are you ready for Star Wars Day? Yeah, ready for Star Wars Day. So we're gonna watch some Star Wars movies tonight. Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be in guard tonight? No. What do you mean no? I think I heard something this morning about it. All right, so get out of here and go work. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. Super placement. Yes. Very nice. You want it? Have it. What is that about, John? You doing good? Feeling good, sir? Feeling good? Today is May the Force be with you. Rebel scum. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. None of that. Oh, rebel scum. Sherry Hill, what's happening? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you popping in and saying hello. Very nice. Anna is here. Uh, Gillers, they're back in. Gillers are always hanging around. And Mr. Manu, all the way from India, is saying hello. How you doing? How you doing? Are you a robot or human? I don't know. My wife calls me a knucklehead, so I don't know what that is. Is that a robot? 'Cause I might be, I know I'm a knucklehead, so I just go with the flow. You know what I mean? But in other words, this this is a robot right here. It's even talking to me. What you say? He said something. The microphone doesn't work that good. Look at that! Look at that inside stuff. So you press this here, and you're supposed to talk in it. And there's the speaker in the back. I make that noise, so I just don't get it. But no big deal. I used to have the whole uniform, but the only problem was that my uniform was for a 6 footer, and I'm not 6 foot, so I couldn't use it. Yes, I will be announcing the straw this week. If you would like to have the opportunity to do the kickoff show against some hours, please let me know. Have an awesome day, everyone. May the fourth be with you. May the fourth be with you. So this will be a nice thing for you, Cruz Bet. I bought is my drinking buddy. Oh, I believe you. You say you wanted a cookie and a nap. I got the cookie. I didn't get the nap. So unfortunately, I was in the morning show. We just used platform shoes. No shit. But 6 inches of platform shoes? I don't think so. Why can't I be a 5'4" stormtrooper? Mark Hamill did. He was dressed like a stormtrooper, you know. The only thing is that they made that custom for him, not for me. You see, when I bought it back in what was it? When I bought it back in the 90s, yeah, back in the 90s. No, back in the 80s. That's when I got it. I paid $600 for it. I got it back in the 90s, 80s, and back then it were all made just for 6 feet, no matter what. So I thought I'd be smart and get one and somehow modify it and cut some of the parts and stuff like that. But I never got to it. I was missing the black stuff for the inside. I was missing that, and I had the guns and I sold them, thinking that I was gonna get some more, and they never came back to the store. The Toys R Us I was working at, so I was missing the gun. So I never really got into it wearing it, and then when I went out in '93, I went to work in Puerto Rico, and I stayed there 6 years. So meanwhile, the whole uniform was put away in a box, and I just kept it there. I never, my belly got too big for it, so I forget about it. And then um, gee, I'm getting messages from a bunch of places. Um, there's something else over here. Oh, she don't send the message. Okay, Sherry's talking to me on a messenger at the same time. Yeah, you use platform punch. You're crazy. Um, I ended up selling it. I s- did I sell? Yeah, I sold it for 500 in 2012. I didn't make a profit, but I made my money back. You could say. I know the guy sold that for who knows how much, because I don't think he ever got to wear it himself, and so he ended up selling it to somebody else. Who knows how much money he made? And I gave him some figures from the '70s and some of the stuff where I had to sweet the deal. I just wanted to get rid of stuff. I had too much crap when we lived in Virginia, and then as we moved back to New York, it was to an apartment, so we had to cut down on a lot of stuff. So I donated a bunch of stuff. I gave out a bunch of stuff. I sold a whole bunch of stuff. I left behind a bunch of stuff, uh, and I took half of it with me, of my stuff. See, all the stuff I had to take everything with me because she was already in New York working. Because as soon as she got an interview at her old job, and she took the Greyhound to go up there and for the interview. And I said to her, if they're calling you all the way down here in Virginia for an interview in New York, you're not coming back. She went in, she went to the interview, and guess what? She got hired there in the spot. So, come on, Pebbles. I'm ready. See, now she's on my lap now. Good girl. Lay down. Good girl. Good little girl. She's getting all thinking that I'm going to hit her with the laptop or something. She's moving around like, oh my lord, he's going to hit me with it. Come on, girl. She jumped off. She got scared and jumped off. But she'll be back. She's probably going to go use the toilet and or get a snack or something. So this way, she'll come back and fall asleep on my lap, and then I'm stuck here for a while because I don't like moving around for her to get up. So she likes to be in my lap. She likes the warmness that somehow she gets from being on this thing and lays down. So it's one of those deals. No big deal. So the thing is that she went back to New York and we finally uh, yeah, she's my co-host. Yeah. Don't worry. If she has to say something, she's gonna say it. She'll look and she's going, meow, meow, meow. She got me trained, so I know what she's talking about. So, oh, UPS just showed up. Be right there, dude. Be out in a bit. A couple hours from now. Go see what it is. So I had an oatmeal cookie, John, and I was gonna go take a nap, but like I was saying, we were on Janice this morning, uh, Jeremy, Cheryl, and Z, and of course me. And we were after the show, we stay, chatting for a bit. And uh, C says, "Oh, I'll be up in 10 minutes." And Jeremy said, "No, we're busy. We're doing something else." And I don't usually do the morning show with him anymore because he's talking about gaming, and I'm not into gaming. So I let him, deal with that because if I'm there, he's gonna talk bad about PlayStation. It's gonna get me upset, or I just don't not in the mood to talk about gaming. I don't do any more gaming, so I let him do his thing. Let him talk about it. I don't want to get in the way. And this morning, I say, "Oh, I'm gonna go eat something and take a nap." And he says, "Oh, thanks for the support." Like, what the hell? So I'm like, you know what? I'm staying up. I'm gonna stay up, and I'm gonna wait the 10 minutes and get in the live with him and give him a hard time. So I did. Time came up. I was doing some emails and stuff. I went in and he didn't put the StreamYard line, so link. So I asked him to put the link back up. He did, and I went in and we did about a half hour, 40 minute show talking about mostly Star Wars, which I don't mind at all because I don't know if you guys know. I have no idea what Star Wars is, but I get involved in it. Oh, I hear her. She's in the outhouse back there doing some noises. Babbles. Yeah, I hear her scratching the thing. So one of those things. So no wonder she took off. So I'll be taking a nap a little later. I have no idea when. I know that at 4, Blame's gonna be online. And hey, Cruzpet, if you're still here, are we doing a live tonight, late tonight? Let me know because I'm doing the one 11 o'clock tomorrow night, 11 o'clock Eastern. I'm also doing the morning quickie, then the live with Jeremy, Cheryl, and Z again in the morning, and then I'm doing the Ray Parade, which I'll be doing the live after that stuff, and then 11 o'clock at night I'll be live again. Usually Mike Clock will be there, which I haven't heard from him in the last 2 days, but I know he'll be there, and hopefully you, Mister Sergeant, you might be in it too. But let me know about tonight. Shit, I didn't see a thumbnail for tonight, so I'm just asking. It's completely up to you if you wanna be live tonight. So, but if you are, I'll be there with you. And try no live tonight. Probably we'll do one this weekend. Okay, all right, no problem. You let me know when. I see that I hit YouTube by lock on my phone, and all of a sudden I see my live pop up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Like I said, I text Bruce to see if he could book that reservation with onboard credit because I looked around on all over the my my account. I didn't see it. It just has to pay with a credit card. So I said, once I heard you say OVC, I said, oh, wait a minute. Snap, snap, snap. I got to use that too. Might as well use some of it. Come here, girl. Come here, mama. Pebbles. Pebolina. Don't be looking at your sister. Your sister is laying down over there. She's looking at you too. Come here, girl. Come here. She's going around. Come on. Oh, she's in my lap. You gonna bring your tail around so everybody can see you? Huh? You gonna lay down or what? Or you just gonna keep strolling on my legs like that? She's getting heavy. She's getting big too. I mean, she's about the size that she's gonna be, but she's putting on weight. I think they weigh about 10 pounds, 10, 12 pounds. Because it's about the same. You could see that belly, a little belly going on there. Your onboard credit will show when you go to the checkout. If you have onboard credit, it will ask if you want to. Oh, okay. I didn't see any onboard credit then because I went to says I went to finish the purchase. Well, I didn't hit purchase. It did ask me for a credit card, so I might not have any for this one in October. That's weird. They usually give you $100 for onboard credit. So we'll see. If I don't, then I'll use my credit card, and then hopefully that will give me some onboard credit by the time we get closer to the cruise, and I'll be able to use that in the ship. Get some small souvenir boat and a shirt or something for me and Alice. That since it's her first Carnival cruise, it'd be nice to have something. And it's my first one in 30 years. So well, that sucks. That really sucks, dude. That really sucks. So I'll probably end up paying for it. No big deal. I got the credit card here up there somewhere. So I'll take care of that. Let's see what Mr. Bruce tells me for what's going on. So we'll see with that. Please don't forget to hit the like if you're in here and or on your way out. So it'd be really appreciated. It shows that I have 8 people here. I booked teppanyaki also for the Jubilee. Oh, in December. Okay, Jubilee. Okay, sorry, I don't have a Jubilee picture here to put. I gotta learn about that crap too. How to put videos and stuff in here so I could do some graphics. I know not this Saturday, next Saturday, I'm gonna be running the Saturday stroll. So I need to do something nice. Teppanyaki, I definitely want to do that. When Alice also, we both talked about it. So on the next cruise that has teppanyaki in it, I don't think the Glory has it. I don't think so, but we'll see. But definitely the Steakhouse will be the one, and then our next cruise. Oh, on Prima. So if Prima has it, we'll probably do teppanyaki with Prima because We went to one in Peachtree City here in Georgia. Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome in. We did one in Peachtree City here for her birthday last year. We had a great time, man. We ate like crazy. I loved it. Great show. I did a video. It's on my in my channel from it. So we had a lot of fun. It's like eight or nine of us on that table. So we had a great fun. Yeah, me and Alice, her sister, her daughter, or niece, friend. So that's three, four, five, and then John and his wife, Debbie. John is our nephew, Karen's son, who's the other sister to Alice. Follow that? Did I get you confused? I hope not. So that's what we get. By the way, Cruise Bet, did you pay for your cruise already? The one in October now, 2023? That's probably you have on board credit if you pay for it, or unless you were in the offer, because I know you got some nice offers and stuff. Oh, John says, okay for the Ray Parade. Just set of the straw. And by the way, Chris Bet, you should be in a back in the set of the straw, or now that you have some videos and stuff. And I even hosted. There's an opportunity now for to host the set of the straw. So, or even on a Friday evening, because eventually when it comes to around October, I think that's gonna be the end for me with the party after the Ray Parade, and they're gonna need somebody to take over on Friday afternoons. So I'm just giving you a heads up and making notes about it. I already told you that eventually October might be it for the Friday afternoons. I put a deposit of 250. I still need to pay the rest. It was 450 total. Nice, pretty nice. Hey, Will, how you doing? Say hello to everyone. Nice, nice, nice. You got a nice short payment to do. I think I got like 360 on my account right now, but that's not including the cruise. That's the gratuities and some other stuff. So that I told the insurance. I also asked him to give me the Wi-Fi because I want to do lives from the ship. Of course, the morning quickie. It's gonna be all done from the cruise. Hopefully, if I get up early enough, and depending on where we're at, so it might be a different time zones over here. So, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot. It's gonna be my first experience doing so it should be fun. It should be something to look forward to. So we'll see with that. But didn't show any onboard credit when I looked at the uh, checkout. So probably I don't. But we'll see. I'm waiting on homie to text me back and let me know what's going on. Sorry, guys. This is why I wanted to take a nap so I could be awake now. But no, helping my fellow creators, my fellow host from the morning. I didn't take a nap, and I just had a cookie. I haven't really had breakfast. I had 2 cups of coffee already, and I'm craving another one. Midlife, how you doing? Good day, good day. Thank you for coming in. Are you in afternoon time? Thank you for saying hello and popping in. I appreciate that. Everybody saying hello. Nice, nice, nice. John, when is your next live? When are you gonna get together and do some drinks? Like you were doing. I know you did one. Was it last Saturday that you got together with Jeremy and Cheryl and showed them how to do some amazing some drinks? That was pretty cool. I forgot to put the link even. Let me put it here just in case anybody's in the mood to be chatty and spend some time up here with me. In the panel, you are more than welcome. Looks like we are about to get some rain here. Wow. This is nice and sunny over here. So that means your rain will come here in another couple of days. I hope it's not Saturday. Oh my God. Oh, excuse me. Saturday, I want to cut the yard, I want to go around and do all those stuff, my stuff. I need to do the yard. I don't know. I might, no, not today. No, it won't be tomorrow either. Tomorrow I have all these shows in the morning. And then, the stuff. Hey, John, how you doing?
How you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you
Good.
for coming in.
Yep.
Squirrel Snets, welcome, welcome also. It has started to rain
Yes.
in John's area, which is in New York, and we'll see what happens. How you doing, sir?
Good. Good. You?
Hanging in there. I'm in need of a nap, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
I'll be doing that a little later, before dinner. So this way, by the time my wife gets home, I'll be rested for a couple hours. Besides, I got some stuff to do tonight online, of course. And my co-host for the night, he's gonna be doing something else earlier this evening, so we'll be doing a live tomorrow,
Yeah.
uh, someplace else. So I get to sleep, go to bed early tonight, supposedly.
Yeah. I haven't got anything tonight. All my stuff's tomorrow.
Good, good. Tomorrow's a busy day for me too. The morning quickie, then Jeremy, Cheryl, and Z with their show.
Right.
Then I jumped into Chili Falls. Then 2 o'clock is the Ray Parade, and then at 4 I go live and chat with a bunch of people. Hey,
Okay.
Mister Bill is here too. How you doing, Bill? Hope you're going doing well on your cruise. Everything's going well. You're
Well,
getting some nice weight. Midlife Travels. How you doing? Welcome back. I chat with them this morning. We're back over here again for a little while and see what happens. So, what do you got tomorrow? More your own shows or stuff, or what?
yeah. I got a premiere tomorrow for mainly for Cinco de Mayo because
Oh, okay, yes.
I had some I had like three different Mexican beers and I
Oh,
thought I wonder which one's the best because I've seen ads for some of these other like Pacifico. So I
yes,
I went out and bought a few more. So I did seven of them and kind
nice.
of rated them to see which one's the best.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised me because I thought for sure I was going to pick Modelo, but it wasn't.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I got to try those a long time ago. I've been sober for close to 23 years now,
Yeah. Oh,
and
great.
working my 24th. So, but I got to try them out, back on those days.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about it because I don't recall much about beer. To me, beer was beer back then, anyway.
Yeah.
I did drink a lot of Coronas with the lime in it,
Right.
a lot of that stuff. I did stay away from the tequila. I didn't care too much for it.
Yeah.
Whiskey and all that stuff. Now, I really hate the rum. Rum, I was fascinated with rum, the Bacardi rum or Don Q.
Yeah.
You could put a bottle in front of me. The Malibu, forget it. Malibu, I was drinking it like it was a coconut juice.
Yeah.
That's how smooth it was for me. I could drink the whole bottle like nothing, but not anymore. So, but it should be interesting. Do you ever do a review on non-alcoholic beers? Crossness wants to know.
Not beers. I've done mocktails. Somebody's asked me about doing that, and I know there's quite a few different ones, you know,
Yes,
and I've thought about it because some of them, it's like I've seen like Heineken has one,
yes,
and it'd be nice to actually do like a regular Heineken and the non-alcoholic to see
yes,
how close they are. And there are quite a few out there, non-alcoholic ones.
yes.
But yeah, I haven't done one yet. Doesn't mean I won't, because I know I've heard that a couple times now.
We were working in Wisconsin back in 2014, 2004, doing a remodel of Petco, and the lady in charge of the Petco remodel. she bought us beer to me and my other the guy that was working with me, the supervisor of the two of us. But somehow she had a nice relationship with me. We were kept talking and stuff like that. So at the end of the remodel, she bought beer, and I told her that I didn't, I didn't drink at the time. So she went ahead and got some beer from Wisconsin, non-alcoholic. So I said, well, no, I'm not going to say, make sure that there's nothing in it, Oh, there's no alcohol in it whatsoever. I read the labels and stuff like that. So, okay, it doesn't sound like it doesn't have anything in it. I think I drank half of it because to me it tasted like water and I got a buzz out of it. And I'm like, this thing doesn't have alcohol in it? How
Yeah.
come I feel a little tipsy? And after that, I never
Just
tried it again. I said, "Oh no, no, I'm not touching any. I don't care why they tell you zero alcohol." And when I saw when the Heineken came out with the zero and all that stuff, I said, "Nope, not me. I'm not gonna fall for that again."
yeah. Yeah, because you never know. I mean, even though it says non-alcoholic, it
Yep.
still could
Yeah.
be some.
It had something in it because I telling you I felt a little tipsy. I said no, 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 never again. I do get pina coladas everywhere we go. Someplace special. Me and Alice get one, but it has to be non
Right.
alcohol at all.
Just
Otherwise,
vodka.
it's like drinking a shake. But I'm happy with that. And, that it's
Yeah, if you like
pina
the
coladas
flavor.
are great. Even without alcohol, that's so great. I had them in my time. I have plenty of them with alcohol, but not anymore. And she likes to make them. She got a blender a couple days ago, and then she says for our evening mocktails. And I'm
Right.
like looking at her like, "Well, you been hearing all this stuff? Are you talking like that? She doesn't want me to talk about alcohol, and not she's talking me stuff like that. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And then because we've been watching there's two tourists, Jimmy making
Yeah.
his drinks, and she's like, "Oh, we could make some stuff like that." And I'm like, "No, we're not. No, we're not because those things need alcohol." And no, so you could taste, the difference on some of these drinks.
Some. Yeah.
You gotta have alcohol in it. And no, 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 we're not. I said stick to pina coladas, and that's it, and shakes,
Yeah.
and
Because
we'll do the rest.
a lot of them have multiple parts. I think like yesterday he had whiskey and he had Aperol. You
He
know,
has some
so
stuff.
you eliminate the Aperol. I mean, you change the whole drink.
Yes,
You know,
I know.
whereas some
I
of them.
seen. I know. I had that liquid before. He was showing the Italian syrup that he had in there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember from back in the days on those mixed drinks that you go when you go to these clubs where they, skinny clothing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where you throw some singles at it. You get a lot of those weird drinks. So back then, I used to do a lot of stuff. Not anymore. Either water, coffee, or milk. That's my drink. Oh, once in a while I drink a Malta. I'll have a soda or something like that, and then that's it. But I'm completely dry out from all that stuff, like I used to back in the day. So, which is a nice thing, is to stay away from all that. But if you have it on moderation and stuff like that, you could have it. But me, I needed to get out of it because I was doing too much of it.
Right.
I was closing the bowling alley on the weekends.
Unless it's
Everywhere we
water.
went, we had to drink, and no, I'm glad that I'm done with all that. And I got a wake up, I got a wake up call, and that got me realizing what was going on. So it was good that I was done with it.
Right.
So I lost a few friends. One of my uncles passed out because of alcohol. Two of my uncles died of it, liver problems. My dad was a heavily drinker. My father-in-law was also a heavy drinker, and they left early because of that. Hey, Sharon.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, Will. Thank you for coming in. Uh, get us strawberries and ice. Oh my God, it was really in your head. So No, I'm trying to stay away from all that stuff. I don't know what the ghettos are thinking of, but they must be thinking of some daiquiri or something. But no, I not for me. You could have all you want, Gaylor. Okay, they're all for you. Oh, Naughty Cruiser, how you doing? You home from work on a quick break? Wanted to pop in and say hello. How you doing, sir? I'm here with John from Home Bartending from John, and
Mhm.
with John, and he does a lot of videos mixing all the stuff that he has behind him. So, if you have any questions about alcohol or drinks or something, it's a man to look to. And Sharon is asking him what he's doing. To the Gaylors. Gaylors, how you doing? How they doing today? Midlife is saying hello, 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 hello. So Trina, so tomorrow, what time is your thing?
I put it for
PM Eastern.
5 p.m. Yeah, Eastern.
Okay, so 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, guys. Home bartending with John. I had the right party should be around 4, the after party. So I think I might be done by 5. It doesn't last too long on Fridays, depending on how many people come on the videos. Usually it's about an hour and change, so it should be good enough. And then we could jump over to you, or we're gonna be rating everybody over to you, so you
Now
could
the
have
live is at 6:15.
okay.
Yeah,
So your
that's
premiere 5 and live at 6:15.
yeah. I don't know if you know. I bring it every day. She does a lot of yarn work and stuff, but she also does cooking.
Okay,
So she wanted to do one for basically kind of half Cinco de Mayo and half like National Sith Day. I don't know if
okay,
it's like another Star Wars thing like today is.
yeah, yeah,
You know, so I
yeah.
came up with a drink I'm gonna make. You know,
Cool.
a Sith Manhattan.
Oh, nice.
I have some smoke and a little lightsaber. So
Oh, shoot. That should be interesting. Nice. Pretty cool. Even though I don't drink, but that'd be nice
good.
to see it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Because he says, I enjoy beer. Not much of a fan of the hard stuff. Mixed drinks on the ship, and maybe a margarita on special days. Okay, that's how you want to do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how I
Hi,
am
Gina.
mostly beer.
Yes, yes. I wasn't too much of a beer drinker back in my days. To me, beer had to be cold and it had to have like a kick to it. I remember when I first started drinking, I got started with Coors, regular Coors. Then I tried Budweiser for a while. Wasn't too crazy about it. I didn't feel like it was strong enough. I had Heinekens,
Heineken.
2 Heinekens. That was it. That was my limit. I never had Heinekens again. Heinekens got me nuts, like drunk on the spot. So no. One time we were hanging out. We went when I was working in Puerto Rico. I hang out with the father of my girlfriend back then, and he took us to drink Medalla, a beer from Puerto Rico. Piss water to me. I was drinking that stuff like this is like drinking water again. So no, I didn't care for that beer. Then in Miami, I was having Miller Lite, and even though it went down smooth, I got drunk out of that Miller Lite, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But then when Miller Genuine Draft came out, I tried that, and I stuck with that one for a
Yeah,
while.
MGD is pretty good.
Yes, I had in a bottle and cold.
Yeah,
I didn't like aluminum cans. No, don't. To me, don't drink beer out of a can because you get the aluminum
a
taste
little
in
bit
it.
of the metallic.
But in glass,
Yeah.
especially clear glass, not the dark glass. Clear glass is even better. So
Well, the dark glass is to keep the light away from it.
yes, yeah. But somehow I always the clear glass I like better. Um, Hi Gina, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Well, again, thank you. Cause he's still here.
Yeah.
Good, 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 good. Very good. I'm talking to John from Home Bartending with John. He's gonna have a premiere tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then he's gonna be on a live at 6:15. So let's check it out because he has a new drink to do with Star Wars. So that'll be interesting. I'm not gonna tell you anything else. I want you to check it out. I'll be there. So it should be an interesting mix of drinks to get together and get that going. So hopefully you can have a good time.
Yeah, she didn't tell me what she wants me to make for Cinco de Mayo. I mean, it could just be, margarita is a classic, but I don't know.
You never
Hopefully,
know.
hopefully she gives me a little advance notice just to make sure, if I got to go get some limes because I don't have any. You know,
Okay, yeah. Well, you should get it anyway. You never know.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, just to be and you're a bartender. You're gonna have limes anyway. So
Well, yeah. Most of the time, my son gets them because he drinks a lot of those mules. So usually, I can find one or two that he'll have.
sweet,
So
sweet, good thing, good thing. Definitely do so. I did when I had my Coronas. You had to have a lime in it. Without a lime, no way.
yeah,
I will not. I will not drink it. So
because it's not as good.
I don't know. It's like give it that. I even I just squeeze a little bit out of it, and then I push the whole thing in there,
Yeah,
mix it all up, and boom, down the pipe. We used to drink a lot of those. We were doing shoot, hold on. Oh, the controller's up there. The TV is asking me if I'm still watching, so that could wait.
yeah,
I'm watching Darian videos today. That's who to this day is for to watch his videos to give him help him out with the hours. Um, what you call it? We drank a lot of those when we were doing retail because we worked at night. So during the morning when we got out of work, we used to go to a local Denny's or whatever restaurant and have our dinner. Even though it was breakfast, we were having breakfast.
right.
The moment we got back to the hotel, everybody will grab their coolers, put them in swimsuits, and go out to the pool. We're talking 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. We're drinking out there like crazy.
Yeah,
And people will come into the pool and they'll be looking at us like, holy moly, what are these people doing? 10 o'clock in the morning and they're getting drunk and stuff, drinking like just no tomorrow. Hey, it was a nighttime. So to us, we were, having a relaxing morning, taking a nice dip in the pool, that early in the morning, just to refresh ourselves and stuff like that. Have a good time. Then went back to the room, took my shower, got set, went to bed. Got up at 7 o'clock at night, got ready. We all met by 8 o'clock. Went out to have dinner. Back to the store to do our thing. That was constantly. We were doing that 2 weeks, 3 weeks out of the month in different cities in Florida. But at the same time, we will go to Walmart or wherever we got. Everybody fill up their coolers, and we were ready for the next morning. I'm telling you, there were mornings where days that we didn't eat. We just wanted to beer and get in that pool, man. Great times.
Do you know where Blunt Island is
No,
down in Florida? It's by Jacksonville.
okay,
Yeah, we went down there when I was in the Marine Corps. We were supposed to guard these. It's where these MPS ships would come in. They had a railroad. They would load it up.
yeah,
Basically, an MPS ship just floats around and it has all the gear you want. So, tanks and Humvees. And basically, for 2 weeks, we were down there to guard it for like 2 days. So we were at the hotel the whole time, and so you got, 80 Marines down there and maybe a couple spare rooms. And one of them happened to have a family with kids. So obviously we had to watch what we would say. But yeah, I mean, it's just nothing but coolers around the whole pool. Yeah, that's all we did. 2 weeks. And it was in July. So it was super hot. So
yeah.
yeah,
So
that was a good
so
time.
you already know what I went through, so you got
Yeah.
the same idea.
Oh, it's hot. Yeah. It's hot down there.
Oh, where we were, man. They had to clear those garbage cans every day because we fill them up with bottles, and
Yeah.
all you hear is the guys coming in to clean those bags out, and while we're sleeping, you hear click click, click and
All the
the bottles hitting and stuff like.
cans and bottles. Yeah.
Oh my lord! And then we have more beer in the rooms also. I remember we used to take the labels off and put them on the wall and make murals and stuff. We got in a lot of trouble doing that stuff, but it was some way to kill the time.
Yeah.
'Cause it was just work, 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 and get out, hang out for a bit, relax, get all the stress out from the night before, sleep, back to it again the next day.
Yeah.
Um, Cruising in the high seas here. That's Rob. He says, "John, can I get a round on Coronas?" He's not gonna, even if he had the round, he's not gonna give it to you. You're too far anyway. So,
Yeah. Drank a lot.
oh, that I say that I'm paying for it. Son of a, you out of your mind? Cruz Pez says, I'm an IPA guy now. I used to hate them, but they grew on me. I only have to drink two of them and I'm set. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Some of them are higher alcohol content. A lot of the craft beers you get. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I had two Heinekens. That was it. I never again touched them. I say, these are very high alcohol in this stuff. I'm not too crazy about beer. And then to have one of these things, no. I got friends in Puerto Rico that's all they do. Heineken, Heineken, Heineken. Nope. I stay away from that stuff as much as possible. I don't know. I mean, now forget it. Now I don't even touch it.
Right.
But even back then, no. And then Kusi says, same for us on the IPA.
Yeah.
He
I
mentioned
mean,
that to Cruise Pit.
yeah. Once you start trying different ones, I mean, it's you know, because you're like you said with MGD, you have your main drink that you stick with,
Hmm.
but nowadays there's so many you know places out there, breweries everywhere. It's like
Yep.
you got to
Yep.
try the different stuff. So I enjoy trying different ones now.
I like. I don't really go too much into the beer aisle in the local Walmart here that I go to in Noonan. But every time I walk by, I just look and all you see is colors of the
Right.
box and stuff like that. Like, wow, I remember back in when I was a kid, you only had a few selections. Now it's like you
Bud
said,
Miller Coors.
it's a bunch of stuff now. And Puerto Rico was there was a beer named Corona, also not the Mexican brand, also named Corona, and then another one called Schaefer. I still remember the Schaefer. My dad used to drink a lot of that stuff, and then the Medalla came out. But the Medalla, I had it when it first came out, and never. I'm telling you, never felt the. It never gave me that kick, that good feeling to it. So I wasn't too much into it. So I did, the regular course light. I tried it and it felt weak also. And then I kept drinking course. Then went into Budweiser. I didn't last too long with Budweiser either. And then that's when Miller Genuine Draft came out. Once I tried that one, I say, this is it. Especially cold. There was one time that I stopped drinking for almost 5 years. And this is when I'm living in Puerto Rico. I uh, I wanted to see my kid for his either his birthday or my birthday, one of the two. I wanted to see him. He was a young toddler back then, like maybe 2 or 3, and she said no, his mom, and I got so upset that I went to the local bakery. I got me a big loaf of bread, a full grilled chicken, and 2 Miller Genuine Draft. I went back to the house. I sat on the front porch. I ate the bread with the chicken, and I downed the 2 beers. And I haven't had a drink in 5 years. I was so mad because she didn't let me see him. And from that day on, I started drinking again until eventually things went overboard with my situation, and the doctor told me, "You're done.
Just
This is not happening anymore unless you want to die. You want to die, keep drinking. Otherwise, you gotta stop." So I did. I went cold turkey that day because I ended up in the hospital in Puerto Rico. I just happened to be there for vacation, and I was having problems with my stomach. It was getting too solid, because we were remodeling a Toys R Us in Kentucky, and we were there Monday through Thursday. They closed the store down those 4 days for us to do work in it, and they had a cooler of Mountain Dew, and we were allowed to have as much Mountain Dew as we wanted. So of course, every chance I got, I was drinking a different Mountain Dew. I drank so much of it that my stomach got solid like a rock. I remember at the end of the remodel, when it was time for me to go back to Miami, I couldn't bend down. My stomach hurt a lot, and even though I had a week off, I still went to Puerto Rico with this pain. And like on the third day that I couldn't sleep, I went to the hospital up in the mountains in the west side of the island. And that night, as soon as I walked in and the doctor checked on my skin and stuff, he was like, he looked at me and he's not telling me what's going on. So I'm like, what the hell is that about? And they brought me in. They take me to intensive care that same night, and they gave me some pills and stuff. And then they told me like 4 or 5 hours later, they told me you either start peeing or we're gonna put this thing up your, you know what? I think that was like an open faucet because as soon as I heard that, I filled out those hospital bottles. I filled out three of them in a row. That pills finally got something going on with that hardness that I had in my belly, and it was like it defrosted whatever was solid there in liquid, and I started like crazy. I end up having problems with my heart and all that, and they told me alcohol, you're done. That's it. And this happened in Puerto Rico. I left on Monday. They got me out after 3 days in intensive care. They got me off of that. I was able to leave the hotel that I mean the hospital that night. I went back to the hotel, explained the whole thing. They cleared me out of the pill. Monday morning, I flew back to Miami, and that same day, I called the day before. He made an emergency appointment, so they brought me in, and the doctor, all the stuff that I brought for him to check, he looks at it. The doctor has been keeping an eye on me. He says to me, "Well, all this stuff that happened in Puerto Rico, you better stick to it because this is it. You're done drinking alcohol and all that. If you want to stay alive, you got to do so." So, I mean, I was cold turkey already from the day before. I stopped drinking completely. That's been 23 years ago. So, thank God, still here that I listen. See, otherwise I
Yeah,
would have been like one of my two uncles that they kept on drinking and kaput. So that's a good thing.
yeah, you gotta listen to the doctor sometimes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, my heart's always been a problem. Right now, I have two stents and a pacemaker in me that I got put in a year ago. The pacemaker about a year and a half for the stents. I was doing a remodel in New Jersey back in 2019, and when I went back to the hotel, I started having like breathing problems and stuff. So I ended up going to a hospital there, St. Joseph in Jersey. In can't remember the city. Uh, I was working in Clifton, and then I went to St. Joseph's and spent a whole week there. I had pneumonia, so they got me all checked out, and then stop please scaring me. No, Rob, don't worry about it. I'm glad I'm scaring you. So you stay away from drinking. If you do it in moderation, do it lightly, and you'll be okay. You do it like I used to do it. I used to be an alcoholic. Then things get really bad. Hey, Pinto, how you doing? Fats and Tree, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Drank so much Mountain Dew, you felt like a mountain. Yes, I did. I was carrying a mountain in my belly. That's how bad it was. So, um, I end up having pneumonia. I get that taken care of. Then my heart started giving me problems. They hooked up the heart monitor on me and all that. After 5 days, 5 6 days, they finally released me from the hospital. I went back home and all that. So now, October, August 2021, I'm down here at the house here in Georgia. We getting the roof replaced. So I came down from New York to keep an eye on what they were doing with the roof, make sure that if they needed to come into the house and stuff like that to be here. And while I was here, one of my nephew's kid, he was doing baseball, so he asked me to stay and coaching with baseball and stuff. So I called Alice and say I'm gonna stay a few more days down here because the kid wants me to to coach him and stuff. So Alice goes, okay, stay whatever, and I'll be back home. I'll be back in Brooklyn in a couple of weeks. While I'm here, I'm beginning to feel pain on my ribs. Every day was getting worse and worse and worse. And I tell Alice, and she's, go get checked out, go get checked out. I say, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. The fifth day, I can't deal with the pain anymore. So I go to my local town home around here, a clinic, and then they see me there, and they see the way I was walking, the way I was breathing pretty bad, and they sent me down to Noonan to get X-rays done and stuff like that. So I go down to Noonan, drive down, get the X-rays done, all that. They clear me out. I get home. I'm like, okay, I didn't get a phone call, so I guess I'm doing okay. But even though I'm not feeling, what it is, so I don't know what's going on. The next morning, they call me and say, go to your nearest ER. Like right, I say right now, and they go, yes, right now. I'm like, so what's going on? They're gonna tell you when you get there. Which hospital am I going to? I say, go to your nearest one. So like, well, I'm new here. I have no idea where I'm going. So they tell me about Noonan. I say, well, I know the city of Noonan. I could go there. I take off. I make it there. I walked into the ER, and as soon as I walk to the counter and I say my name, two nurses pop out next to me. One of them puts a brace on me, and the other one grabs me and says, "Follow me." I'm like, now you're scaring me. Now,
Yeah.
okay, what the f is going
Well,
on?
let me know.
So they brought me in. They started doing blood pressure, checking. They take blood out of me. They do this. They do a whole bunch of stuff. They take me straight to a room. I mean, it was like bam, bam, bam. I was 20%. My heart was. I was about to have a heart attack, and I
Blockage.
didn't even realize what was going on. So I'm glad that things took care of it. They got my breathing stuff. I had liquids in my lungs. They got the liquid out on the first day. By next, that was I think that was a Friday or a Monday, something like that. And then they did that, and at the end of the week, 4 days later, I had a monitor with me the whole time. I'm in intensive care too, and then I end up getting two stents. Once I got the stents put in, my legs they used to be like two,
Swollen right up.
yeah, they were swollen big time. Once I got the stents, the swollen went down. I mean, they're still swollen, but not as bad like they used to be. There used to be a lot of pain and a lot of it because I was walking was very bad. So a lot of the swell went away. They opened up the veins here in the heart. And then the cardiologist came in, Dr. Darlington, one of the best cardiologists in the states. I got him, so I'm very happy that that happened. So he came in to see me every morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. He was coming in the room, and we talked for a bit, and then eventually he says, "You are getting a pacemaker. You need it. That's what's gonna bring your level higher, and that's what's gonna keep you alive longer." So I said, "Well," he says, "I want you to think about it." I said, "I'm not thinking about it. Let's
Do what
do
you
it."
gotta do.
So yeah, I gotta have it done. I gotta have it done. So April 25th last year, I went to the other Piedmont Hospital in Fayetteville. Boom, done. So it's right here. I feel it sometimes at night. Right now, I could feel it right here, and it's all cables are all the way up to my heart. I have two wires around it and plugged in to my heart, and this is what's and I have a big monitor in the room making sure that green light is on. If that green light ever goes off, I'm gonna have an ambulance pop in the door, getting ready to clock me and take me out of here. So
Yeah, because they can read those, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
Yeah,
could be anywhere, and that still reads
no,
it.
no. Yeah,
It's just incredible how technology is now.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy. Yeah, because my dad got one, I think 2 years ago, and that was we were doing a charity golf outing, and
Yeah,
he kept saying, I just don't feel good, and he wasn't doing nothing the last couple holes before we got back to where the clubhouse was,
yeah,
and it's like, you guys just finished without me. I just don't feel good. I'm gonna go home.
yeah.
And his legs were kind of swollen, stuff like that. And he thought it's because he was on his feet too much, and
Yes.
then he got back, and my mother-in-law or whatever stepmother said, you don't look good, and he could barely walk and stuff like that by the time he got home. And she said, well, I'm just going to bring you in.
Yeah.
By the time they got there, yeah, he was not doing good at all. And they're
Mhm.
lucky, and they gave him the pacemaker. Had to get all the water off. He had water
Yep.
around his heart, just water everywhere.
Mhm.
So yeah, he
Well,
was
good deal.
lucky.
Telling you, yeah, I got extremely lucky too. One of my co-workers kept saying to me, "Go get checked out. Go get checked out." When I was working in Jersey, she kept saying, "Go get checked out. You don't look good," and my breathing was getting worse. And I kept blaming the cold weather. I'm just too tired. Whatever the deal. But then my breathing got worse and worse. So I went to the a local clinic there in Clifton, and I got checked out, and the doctor says to me, "You're either gonna have to drive to the hospital, or we're gonna put you in an ambulance." So, well, I'm not gonna leave the car here, so I'll drive myself to the hospital, and then I'll say, well, "Where is it?" It's like 10 minutes away. So I drove there in Patterson, New Jersey, the St. Joseph, and I made it to the emergency area parking. I had to stop 3 times to get to the ER, but I did. And finally, when I came in, and the lady just saw me the way I was breathing, she goes, "Okay, ID and all that, and we're gonna take care of you right now." So they brought me in. Also, the same thing. Boom, right upstairs, and all that into one of the back rooms. And I was there, Antonio. I was there the 5, 6 days, and it went pretty good. The only thing is that they kept moving me from room to room because I couldn't either sleep because the person that I had next to me, or something weird. Sometimes you get in a room where things are not right. So I always had somebody with me, and I just stayed up most of the time because I couldn't sleep. So I was either hanging out with the nurse's desk, or anything like that, just to keep the time going. I didn't want to bother the person that was in the room with me. But when I went to here in Noonan in 21, I was all by myself. I was in the intensive care, of course, you're by yourself in a room there. But then when I got moved to a regular room at towards the end, one night only, I got moved to a regular room all by myself too. So it was pretty
It was nice.
nice. He ever some I told Alice, and by the way, Alice works at the hospital now because when I was in intensive care, she found out and she came down from New York, and while we were there, I said to her, "Well, I would love for you to get a job here." Because we were thinking of moving down in another 5 or 6 years here, rent the house, till then, and then me coming down at least once or twice a year to check on the house, and then drive back to New York. But when I was here, and everything went so well with me, the doctors, the care that I got, it was so incredible, great, that I said to her, "I'm not going back to New York. I'm staying in here. I'm staying in the house. I want to get all my treatment done here. I don't want to go back. Everything went well here. They're taking care of me. I don't want to go back." So she says, "Okay, you feel like staying down there? Stay." And then, when she came to the hospital, that I said to her, "I would love for you to get a job here." When she went back to New York after staying a week with me, she went back, and she applied quietly. She applied, and got the job and everything. Waited to get everything taken care of, and then called me and says, "I got some news to tell you." And they're extremely good. I went, "With the lotto?" She's like, "Something better." I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Well, you're not pregnant. I know that." She goes, "I got the job. I got the job." "Where did you get a job?" He goes, "Where you wanted me to get it." And I'm like, "What?" Let's celebrate. So she did. She
Nice.
worked her last few months up there that she needed to do. I went back during Christmas. We helped packed up everything. Truck company came in, picked up everything. Boom. We got here April last year. She finally moved down with me, and we've been here a year. And she
Cool.
already hit a year at the hospital. So I'm very happy, man. She's doing great. She loves it. It's like every. Hold on. Hey, Mr. Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
There
It's
you
like
go.
it's like whatever job she had up there, she brought it down here with her. Perfect. So everything's very good. Yes, sir. How you doing,
Well,
Mr.
I'm doing
Goonie? I like that.
doing
You know, I
pretty
never
good.
seen that movie.
What's that?
I never seen the Goonies.
Really?
All the Goonies? Oh,
Yeah.
you need to see it, man. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know parts of it. I know about the big pirate ship and all that, and I know the characters, but I never really sit down and watch the whole thing. You know, to say I seen it. So one of these days,
Yeah, it's a classic '80s. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Been a
today
long
is
time.
this day.
Star Wars.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Pebbles, I'm not gonna hit you with it, Pebbles. This is for me, not for you. All right, and you're not gonna take a poop in here either. Okay, so don't be looking at it like you're gonna do something.
She might want to sleep in it.
No, that's not happening. You know how cats are. They'll fit in here. They look
Oh
for a
yeah,
way to get in it and somehow bend themselves into it. No,
Curl up.
no, girl, no. You stay in my lap like you are right now. So my freaking co-host, stay right there. Capish? You understand what I'm saying to you? You know? You know? She's like looking at me like, "The hell are you
Nice.
talking to? You know? What's wrong with you? Go have a beer or something." No. So
she'll
how's it
pay
going,
you back.
Mr. Cruz Bet? How's it going, Mr. Cruz Bet?
It's going pretty good. I made a little pork butt and slow cooker over,
Ooh,
and so that's what I have for lunch. Probably be eating that for the next few days. So,
yes. Not me. What'll last me one day. I don't know what it is about pork, man. I go freaking nuts with that stuff, you know?
yeah, yeah.
No mercy. It has to be gone. One time I went to a party at one of my cousin's house in Puerto Rico, and Eddie thinks he's in charge. No, I'm not. It's my the cats are in charge. I know that. Don't worry, I'll deal with it. I We went to a party at my cousin's house, and he had a pound of pernil, which is pork butt shredded, and he had it on top of the counter in the kitchen. Somehow I sat down, I grabbed a fork, I smelled it, I went like, "Oh, I know what this is." I grabbed it, I got it open. Some of my other cousins came around. They're chatting away, and I'm going at it, and going at it, and going at it. Before I know it, before you know it, finished the whole thing. I
Wow.
ate the whole freaking container. And then my cousin comes in. He's like, "Where's the pernil?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And then well, of course, I have the container next to me. He's like, "It was here. Where is it?" I'm like, "Oh, that was for the party." He goes, "Yeah, that's for the whole thing." I'm like, "Oops." What do you mean, oops? It's all in here, buddy.
Man,
No, no, ma. Sorry. The smell was too good. It got me hungry, so I ate it. I don't get to see this stuff in New York, so give it up. Sorry. Oh, whatever, dude.
just
Go do something else.
just like Lay's potato chips.
That's right.
Can't
Can't
have just
stop
one.
once you
Yep.
pop.
I had the other day. I bought a bag of Kroger's that imitation Lay's, but the
Yeah.
same thing. I popped the bag open. I haven't had chips in so long. I smelled that. I smelled that salt, and
One after another.
Well, half those bags are air these days.
Yeah.
You buy like a
yeah.
big bag of Lay's these days.
Yeah.
You open it up, it's half empty.
What they put in there? Nitrogen, hydrogen, something like that. Some kind
Yeah.
of
Not
liquid
chips.
gas. Yeah. to make it look like it's fuller, but it's not. Yeah, once you open it and that the whole thing gas comes out, half of it's already gone. It's like what the hell? That's why I don't buy the big brand. I buy the cheaper brand because it's about the same thing. Pay less because
Right.
you're getting less anyway. Like
Exactly.
Walmart brand and stuff like that. But that Kroger brand was pretty good. I think I'll have them again. They're like $1 something a bag, so it wasn't too bad. But I don't want to get too used to them. Ham and cheese sandwich and some nice chips and a nice glass of cold Coke. Oh, see, now I'm getting hungry again. I just had a oatmeal cookie. That's what I had for breakfast, and of course, a cup of coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah. Gotta have the
I,
coffee.
I want to have a couple more. So, if you want to send some of that pork butt my way, go ahead and do so because
Yeah,
I like that stuff.
I'll send it through UPS.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee, if it'll be good to go when I get
When you get it.
last Friday we had a game night at the church, and of course the pastor brought a bunch of Mexican mixins to your own tacos and whatever. So when they open it up, there's a full bag of homemade chips, and right next to it, pulled pork. I killed that thing. I killed that container really bad. I filled out my plate, mostly pulled pork, some chips on the side, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of rice, a little bit of everything else that I grabbed, but it was mostly pulled pork. Oh my god!
Yeah,
It
it's
was
easy
so
to cook
good.
too, man. I found a little recipe online, and you just throw some onions on the bottom of the crock pot, and then season up your pork butt, and then pour in a bottle of Dr Pepper,
Oh yeah.
and let it slow cook overnight, and it comes out awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess I probably should have come in here talking about all that. But
let me mute myself. I don't hear any of it.
did,
Oh my lord!
did the trigger actions on that.
Good thing we're having dinner tonight here. I'm making empanadillas, which is with ground beef. But tomorrow, being Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, I think we're gonna hit the Mexican place. And
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
talking about that, John here has a premiere tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and then live at 6:15. And he's gonna do a new drink that he came up with. Has to do with Star Wars. So, but I'm not gonna tell you anything else. If he wants to tell you, he could tell you. Otherwise, he'll keep it a surprise for the show tomorrow. So it
All
should
right,
be it should be interesting.
And a Mexican
check
one
it out.
too.
Check it out.
And
So
maybe
5
a
p.m.
Paloma margarita, something like that too.
All right, can't go wrong with that.
This young fellow here likes to mix it up. So I just be listening because I got no business getting anything of that stuff done or anything
I
like
mean,
that. So
I just like to have a nice, refreshing beverage. On a hot day.
Yeah.
You got to stay hydrated. Someone has to do it.
Yeah.
and you volunteer, so I'll be the driver. When
Uh,
you do all your stuff. So
I mean, I don't get that. I just have a couple. I try to keep it.
yeah,
I don't get too crazy.
can't afford that. No, I
Well,
used to. Yeah,
what
but
and on cruises these days, the cost of drinks is so I mean,
yeah,
if you do a 7-day cruise and you buy the drink package, that's almost the cost of the cruise now.
Yeah.
And it's insane. You can't afford to. I mean, I guess some people can, but I don't. I don't want to throw all my money into drinking.
No.
drink it and piss it. And then you have to drink so much of it to make it worth. It's just it makes no sense. I can't
Exactly.
see myself drinking that much every day.
No,
For that, I stay home and go to a bar. My local bar, give them
just
the profit, and I get to go home. Empty-handed or whatever. But no,
you can
Yeah.
drink when you get home.
yeah,
And that's why I like the IPAs. Uh, I mean, they're higher alcohol content, but like I can, if I'm on a cruise, I can drink a couple of IPAs and I'm good. That lasts me the evening. Whereas, and they're like on Carnival, they've got their little Carnival brand IPA that they do, which is pretty good, and they're usually cheaper than like the Michelob Ultras or the Bud Lights and
yeah.
all of
'Cause it's
that.
theirs.
Yeah. So I can have two of those, and instead of drinking five, six, seven of the others, you know,
Well, you get
Definitely.
more taste out of it than you would a Mick Ultra.
well, yeah, exactly.
Way more.
I never had the chance to try an IPA. Back in my days, my drinking ending days was none of that stuff. It was just regular beer, either that or the light crap stuff. Like the Coors Light and the
Right.
the Bud Lights and the Miller Lights and stuff like that. It
Yeah,
was
20 years ago,
nothing.
you just didn't see it around that much.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. The only exotic thing for beers back then was like you might run across Tecate,
Yeah,
or you might see some Corona,
right.
or Heineken.
Mhm.
Now there's like so many different breweries, and
Yeah,
the names are different. You can spend all day in the in the beer cooler, and never see the same beer twice in there.
yeah, we've got dozens of breweries where I'm at, dozens of them.
Yeah.
I remember that the red something in on 85 South, driving from New York to Georgia, or Georgia back to New York. Uh, every time I see that place, came out of nowhere, and now it's huge. Every time I see it now, it's like expanded. You see more of those tanks around it, and now even in Carnival has their own brewery in some of those ships. It's like
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. I took a tour of the brewery on the Vista, and which is pretty interesting. I didn't know anything about it, but and apparently they can't brew all the time. They can only brew when they're in port, I guess, because when they're out to sea, it's moving around, and I guess when you're brewing, you don't want the containers like moving around too
Mhm.
much. And so, but yeah, he gave us a full breakdown of it, and we were able to like pour a beer like straight out of the big brewery container, which is pretty neat. So
Oh, cool. That's
yeah,
nice.
I think it
And
was like $20. It was it was $30 if you didn't have the drink package to do the tour, or it was $20 if you did. And but I mean, like I said, if you like beer, I mean, he had like four different ones, and so he'd bring like a pitcher out for each one, and then of course you got to go in the brewery and drink out of there, and then at the end of it, they gave you two drink vouchers. So
nice.
not a bad little value.
I'd do it just because it sounds cool. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, that's why I did it. I was kind of
yeah,
I saw somebody else. I saw like what's his Andrew from Embarkation, because he
Yes.
did a
Yes.
vlog on it, and I went when I got on the ship. But you had to jump on it early because it kind of filled up. You had to get on the app and book it right away.
Wow. Holy,
Yeah,
holy,
because he's
holy.
got a limit. There's a limit on how many he can do for each group.
right.
He only does like one or two groups a day.
Okay. Like me, booking the steakhouse for that Sunday. I
Yeah,
already contacted Bruce. If I don't hear from him in a couple hours, I'm just gonna book it because you never know, it might get filled up
it
quick.
does. That will. I mean, the closer we get to it, those things will start,
Popping
filling
in, yeah,
up. And because
yeah.
really, right now, the only thing that I saw on specialty dining for that cruise was the chef's table the steakhouse, and the Dr. Seuss place.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Same three things I saw. So yes. I was surprised I didn't get to see something else. Well, I haven't. I don't know much about Carnival. NCL, I could tell you everything, but
Right.
this thing, it's just this is brand new to me. It's like boarding Carnival for the first time, which is technically, that's what's gonna be because I haven't been in one of them in such a long time, and Alice never been in one of them either. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I told her already that I want to book that. So I told him to check on me on the onboard credits since he booked it from the beginning. And if it's not, to let me know, and I call it myself. Go back in the. I got it open right now. Back on log in, back again, and get it done. For
Yeah.
that same time. So hopefully to do it with that. We'll see what happens. See how that goes. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. My stomach is creeping on me a little bit, and Miss Thing here is falling asleep, and I don't want her to fall asleep on my legs because my legs are falling asleep bad, and that means I'm gonna be in a lot of pain later. I need to move them around because otherwise, I've been sitting almost all morning, and lately it's been hurting getting up. I still got my back hip on my left side, and I gotta keep losing weight before I even thought about working on that thing. They told me sometime next year, so we'll see. And it all depends on recovery and all that. If it's gonna take a while, I don't want to be anywhere closer to the. Let me plug it. My October cruise in 2024. By the way, John, October 28th, 2024, leaving out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise. 6 days. We're gonna go to Key West. We're going to Montego Bay and Grand Cayman, and then back to Tampa. 6 days, and you could reserve your spot with $25, or you could do your down payment for your cabin by May next year, pay it off by July, and October 29th, meet us in Tampa the day before if you want. We all hang out, have some dinner, get to chill. It's gonna be a great time. So until then, you know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah.
So I'll probably be on a live later tonight. Then tomorrow morning, of course, the morning quick again.
Yep.
I'll be live after the Ray Parade, and then 5 o'clock is John will be on. Then at 6:15, you said right? 6:15
Yeah.
is
Yep.
the live. John is also going to be there. It's going to be some treats about Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. He has a debut of a drink that he came up with. A nice thing to it. Something to do with this thing here.
Yeah.
So it should be very interesting. And then after that, we'll see what happens. And I have another live tomorrow night at 11
All right.
o'clock Eastern time. So it's gonna be great. I want to thank everybody that's in the chat that's still here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us, John. I appreciate you popping in and hanging
Yeah.
out with me.
Thanks a
Who's
lot.
good always. Thank you, Sergeant. I don't know why I call you Sergeant, but you don't seem to mind, so I keep calling you Sergeant.
I've been called worse, for sure.
That thing with me. What the hell? Oh well, it's one of those deals. I want to thank everybody for popping in and hanging out with me and with us here. And you have anything to ask about alcohol? Please get in touch with Mr. John in Home Bartending with John. Don't forget tomorrow at 5:15, 5 o'clock is his premiere, and then 6:15 is a live where he's gonna be talking about his drinks. And Mr. Cruz Bay will probably have a live this weekend, so let's keep an eye for his thumbnail when he pops. And he might be the show with me tomorrow night at 11 o'clock at night, which is 10 o'clock Central. So we'll see what happens.
It's a good chance.
That's right. Yeah, you never know. I always put it on out there, and you do come through a lot. So I appreciate that. That's why I try to do as many of yours stuff in it too. So to help each other out. Until next time, everybody take care. Be good to yourself and stay out of trouble. And remember, I got no bail money, so if you get in trouble, call your local bank.